Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are doing something a little different, and so I have my husband here with me. This is Nathan. He's going to be helping us out today. So basically, we're just going to be talking about some sexy fragrances. I know Valentine's Day is coming up. You may be trying to figure out what you're going to wear. You may be wanting to try a new scent for Valentine's Day. So I wanted to share with you like my top 5, but I have an additional 5 that I also think would be like sexy fragrances, because we all have different tastes. So I kind of want to give you all a wide range of things. So what we're going to do is I have sprayed some little testers here and we're going to go through each one of these, and Nate is just going to give us his opinion of if he thinks it's sexy or not, and he's going to rate it on a 1 to 10 scale. So you ready?
Ready.
All right. So just want to mention, my husband, he wears fragrance every day. He likes it. I buy it for him generally, but he does have some that he likes. So he's not like super picky. I think he's like the average man when it comes to a woman's fragrance. So I felt like that would be super helpful for you all. All right, so first up, number 1. What do you think?
That's pretty sexy. I'll give that on a scale of 1 to 10, right? Mm-hmm. I'll say a 9 actually on that one.
A 9? What do you like about it?
It's light. To me, it's light. It has some floral fragrance, floral scents to it. Seems familiar, so no, that always helps.
All right, so that seems like, does that seem like something I would wear, or?
That seems like something you wear.
Okay, so number 1 is Hypnotic Poison by Dior, and this is like an almond and vanilla scent, which I agree, this is not in my top 5, but it is one that I really like. The reason it's not in my top 5 is just because it's not super strong. Like he said, it's pretty soft. So I actually wear this a lot during the daytime, but this would be great for like a day date, or if you're not into strong fragrances, or if you like Netflixing and chilling. This would be a nice one. So it kind of has that, it smells like almond, which obviously I like.
I was way off then. I said floral.
Floral. Well, it probably has some floral notes in here too, but I think to me, when I smell it, I smell more almond and vanilla, and it kind of has that Dr. Pepper type scent, or root beer type scent, if you know what I mean. So
yeah. All
right.
I should say it.
Good job. All right, moving on to the next one. You need coffee beans?
Yeah.
All right, so let's try the next one.
That's not as sexy. That wouldn't be my go-to.
Would be your go-to? What don't you like about it?
What happens with me, I think certain scents will make me think about certain situations or certain people. And this one actually makes me think of my mom, so I wouldn't think of sexy when I think of this one.
So you would think of like a more mature lady?
Woman.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be a little more mature.
Okay, so what would you rate this?
A 6.
A 6? Okay. All right, so this one is also not in my top 5, okay, but this is by Layered Fragrances, and it's called F Me. I'm not gonna say the word, but this is supposed to be a really sexy scent, but I actually kind of agree with him. I know a lot of people find this to be like really sexy date night, but I don't know. I do like it, but I don't think date night. I almost think like going to work, going to church. It is a nice scent though, but I agree with him. It does smell, I don't know, not what I think of when I think about sexy. So, I don't know. So it's floral and sweet and just a touch of spiciness, but I feel like it's mostly like sweet florals. So yeah, we agree. All right, on to the next one.
Not as sexy, probably because it seemed like it kind of stings the nostrils a little bit on that one. A little anchor man. But yeah, I'll say 7 maybe.
So it's a little bit too strong for you, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's probably a little strong. And, yeah.
Yeah. So this one is actually in my top 5, and this is by Kilian, Love Don't Be Shy. And this has like notes of, I think, orange blossom, marshmallow. So it's sweet. It's sweet and it's fruity and almost edible. And I actually wore this the other night. So I guess he didn't like it. But to me, this is definitely in my top 5 date night fragrances. So.
Well, oh, and I went on a date?
Yeah, we went to the movies.
Oh, okay.
I wore this.
Okay.
He didn't say anything about it when I wore it, so I guess that's why. But I do like stronger scents, so I can see if he likes softer scents. And again, we're smelling on paper, you're not smelling on skin, so you kind of have to take that into account. But it would have been too hard to try to smell all of these on my skin. So yeah, Love Don't Be Shy. It got a 7 from Nate. All right, moving on.
So there's a smoky scent that I can pick up to me. So probably a little partial to the smoky scent. So I'll probably give that an 8.
Oh, okay. All right. So this one is also in my top 5. This is Tom Ford Noir Pour Femme. And I'm glad he likes this because I've had this a while and I wear it quite often. I mean, we don't go on dates at night that much, but it's one that I do turn to quite often. And like he said, it has a smoky but sweet scent. I don't remember the notes right offhand, but I believe it's like tobacco and honey, or I think one of the notes in here is supposed to be derived from some sort of cheesecake type scent. I don't know. I can't really remember, but he was right on with the smoky scent, and that's what I get the most out of it. It's like a smoky vanilla, so yeah. Look at that. That's pretty good. All right, moving on.
I'm not quite sure how to describe that one, but I'll say a 7. About 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
So you're not really sure what it smells like, or does it smell familiar?
It does seem familiar, but I think it's still leaning a little more mature.
Leaning a little bit more mature.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But, what do you...
So what would you think about somebody wearing this? You think it would be an older lady?
Doesn't have to be
going to church or what?
It doesn't have to be older. Just maybe, I don't know, not old lady, but maybe older. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So this is none other than the infamous Aquolina Pink Sugar. Now this is not in my top 5, but it seems this is like one of those really cheap perfumes that it seems that men tend to love, or at least I thought they did. So I do wear this to bed quite often. He's never said he didn't like it on me, but it is like a cotton candy scent. Yeah, cotton candy is what I smell. Cotton candy and caramel. So it's like a sweet gourmand. He rated it a 7.
I don't have a sweet tooth, so that might be part of it.
I don't know if y'all heard him. He was kind of quiet, but he said he didn't have a sweet tooth. So to me, it does not smell mature. If anything, I would think this would be more suited for a younger woman. But like I said, I have been wearing this a lot to bed. I don't really wear it out during the day. But I do think it's a good choice if you like super sweet things, or your significant other likes super sweet things. I definitely think this would be a nice one for maybe a day date, or you know, at home watching a movie type date. I wouldn't really wear this out for a special occasion just because to me it's not that special. But I do like it. Yeah. Next one.
It seems familiar. You probably already wear this one. I'll give that an 8.
Alrighty, I am impressed. So this is YSL Black Opium, and this is actually a perfume that I have gone through multiple bottles of. I used to wear this a ton. This used to be like my go time nighttime fragrance, and this bottle is actually almost empty. So I picked this one. It's not in my top 5 just because for me, I don't know, I feel like it kind of ran its course with me, but it is one that is highly likable. I think the notes in here are like coffee, patchouli, some florals. So it's very popular and it's very likable. I have no doubt that you wouldn't like this if you smelled it. Just for me, it's just kind of like, I'm over it. I wore it a lot, so I kind of don't really reach for it anymore, but I do pull out every now and again. And it's not super strong, even though it has those like heavy notes in it, it's still a softer scent. So I definitely think this would be a good choice for, I've worn this during the daytime, so I think any type of date really would work. I don't think this would offend anybody. All right, next one.
I like that one, even though it might be a little more on the masculine side. Almost like a cedar. It's got some smoky notes to it, maybe that's why. I'll give that probably a 9.
Wow. So, again, I'm impressed. I guess we are more alike than I thought. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid, and this is like staple for me, like staple. I've worn this so much at night, so I'm happy that he rated it a 9 because I literally take this with me out of town every time I go out of town pretty much, and it's like my nighttime go-to. And like he said, it does have, it's deep and dark. It does have a masculine edge to it. I think it's actually a unisex perfume. It has a ton of notes in it, so it's kind of hard to describe. It's one of those ones that you really have to smell. This one won't be for everybody because it can be very loud. So if you like soft scents, this won't be for you. And I know this scent is very polarizing, so it's kind of one you have to smell, but it does kind of have like a sandalwood,
yeah, floral,
but deep and dark. It's really hard to explain, honestly. This is one of the harder scents that I have to explain, but I know this is really popular. And it's also really polarizing, so if you can get your nose on this, get on it. I love this for most nighttime dates, especially if you're going to like a club or something. I doubt you'd be going to a club on Valentine's Day, but it's one of those scents that really will stand out in a crowd, and it's great for cold weather as well. On to the next.
This is more subtle. I would say I give that an 8. I might not like it. I'm not sure how to describe it, but I'll give it an 8.
All right, so this one is Elizabeth and James Nirvana Rose, and I only have it in a roller ball, but I actually have used this quite a bit, and this was in my top 5 for the fragrances that I would have picked. So I'm glad he likes it again. So it smells, it has like I think it has like a booziness to it, like a bourbon vanilla in it, I believe, mixed with rose. And to me, it's very different than anything I've ever smelled. And you can definitely smell it, but it's not like overpowering. So I think this will work for dinner. I've worn this out like with friends. I've worn it out on dates with Nate, of course, as well. And I've actually traveled with this one as well. So I feel like it's really versatile. I can wear it year round. It's not gonna be heavy or overpowering, but it does smell really good, and it is very long lasting.
This is really strong and kind of stings the nostril a little bit too. I'm gonna give that one a 6.
A 6, okay.
Even though it seems familiar, but I'm gonna give it a 6.
All right, so this one is Marc Jacobs Decadence. And it's funny that he said it was really strong because it is really strong. I don't wear this one very often because sometimes I feel like it's a little bit too much. But I do really like it. I think it has notes of plum, maybe some patchouli in there. Yeah, it's really deep and dark, and it is like a sexy scent. I know a lot of people wear this to the club. It's not in my top 5, but I do really like it. I just don't wear it very often because it kind of needs to be somewhere where is not gonna be too much, if that makes sense. I mean, even if you spray a little bit, I think because the scent is so like different that it can really stand out.
Kind of reminds me of Issey Miyake.
For men?
Yeah, for men.
Here we go. All right, last one.
I like that. It's very clean smelling. Not too strong, not too light. Yeah, that's the first thing I think of is just clean. It's kind of, I guess, more on the lighter side, but I really like it. I'll say a 9 on that one.
All right, so I've never thought of this fragrance as being clean, but actually when he said that, I can pick that up too. So this one is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. And this is like a caramel praline scent. So it is a gourmand, but it's not like a super heavy one. This is one I feel like you can get away with year round. And like he said, it does have some sort of clean smell to it too. Not really sure what that is I'm picking up on, but I never really noticed that until he said it. So I really like this one. It wasn't in my top 5 because again, I could only choose 5. But it is one that I really enjoy, and maybe I'll have to wear it more since they rated so high for him. All right, so that is it for the 10 fragrances. Let me pick out the ones that were the highest. He rated 3 of them a 9. So let's see. All right, so the 3 that he rated a 9 were Dior Hypnotic Poison, Tom Ford Black Orchid, and Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. So out of those 3, which one do you think wins? You want to sniff them again from the bottle?
Smell this as much.
I'll spray this on my skin. Kind of hard to smell on the bottom on this one.
If we're talking about sexy date night, I'll go with the Tom Ford. The other one came in a close second.
Which one came in a close second?
The Dolce & Gabbana came in a close second.
All right.
I'll say the Tom Ford.
Okay, so there we have it. He voted Tom Ford to be the sexiest. Next up was Dolce & Gabbana, the only one. And then lastly was, well, not the last one, but of his faves, Dior Hypnotic Poison. So thank you for helping with the video, Nate. It was really good to get a man's perspective. And even though we didn't agree on all of them, we kind of had a lot in common. So that's good to know. I guess what I do wear is sexy to you, which is important to me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully you found it helpful. If you have any questions about any of the fragrances I mentioned, just leave them in the comments below and I will see you in my next video. Bye.